restart.
Hey Providence, last week we looked at the story of Moses to understand or to learn some insights about restarts. And two insights we kind of uncovered in the beginning was that restarts come into our lives for two different reasons. For Moses, he was born into slavery, not of his doing. And so one of his restart needs was the fact that he was basically enslaved by an enemy and he had nothing to do with it. He was just born into that and something was taken from him by this enemy, stolen from his life. Chaos was sown there that he had nothing to do with. But then later on in his life, he kills an Egyptian, and because of his murdering this Egyptian, has to run into the wilderness and become a refugee. And he actually breaks his life. So basically, we need restarts in our lives for two reasons. Sometimes because the enemy comes in and sows seeds of chaos in our lives that we have no control over. Other times because we break our lives. And the bottom line is that what we talked about last week is that God is good in the midst of both of those. And his grace is big enough to cover even times when we break our own lives and mess things up. Now I want to show you a guy that I showed the group last week in case you weren't here. This is my friend Morgan. And Morgan is my friend. I'm 54, he's 53 and a half. I grew up sleeping with him every night of the week. You can see his eyeballs are gone and he's lost some stuffing and looks kind of ratty. You know, look at, he's got some other problems. You know, his head droops, his butt droops, his head and butt really close together, not good. And my grandma wanted to throw Morgan out and get a new one because she thought I needed a restart on this dog. So she got me a new dog that even barked when I squeezed it and its eyes rattled around. But guess what I did with that dog? Put it on the shelf because this is my Morgan. Maybe peculiar, maybe weird, but I love this Morgan. Now I think when God looks down from his throne in heaven, he sees people that are in need of restarts, right? Droopy butts, droopy heads, this kind of stuff, kind of blind, stuffing's been beat out of them. And he can start over. He's God. But he doesn't want to start over. He wants to restart our lives. He wants to take the broken messes of our lives and make amazing, new, purposeful things from them. So hang on to that truth. God can restart your life no matter what's happened to it. Okay, now it's time to go to your small groups. We're going to dismiss you and have a great time in your small groups discussing your stuff this week.